Why is 2022 called Year of the Black Tiger? Well guys, welcome to my painting channel. And today I'm going to be sharing a Docupaint. And basically that's me painting while sharing documentary information for you guys. So I'm going to be breaking my Docupaint up into 3 parts. The first one is for my artist friends who are really curious how I got such vibrant colors on my canvas, and I'll be sharing some of my artist tips. The second and third part are related to history. So basically I'm going to be sharing how did the tiger get into the Chinese zodiac? And then I can answer the question, why is 2022 Year of the Black Tiger? And guys, if you do get any value out of this, I would so appreciate if you would hit the like and the subscribe buttons, and really appreciate if you would give me full watch time. I'm a small channel, I'm struggling to grow, and I would really appreciate your smiles. So my artist friends, let's talk about how I got such vibrant colors on this canvas. And I can summarize that basically with 2 big tips. One is related to some new colors that I'm using. I don't really have a lot of colors in my stock, but I was at the art store and I saw 2 colors on a discount rack and I'm like, oh, I had to buy them. They are from a brand I'm not familiar with. It's called Shield. They're professional. And they're very much like the Liquitex Basics. These 2 colors that were calling my name, ready to follow me out of the store, are Fresh Tint and the Venetian Red. And I've been planning to paint a tiger for a while, and I knew I was going to be using some similar colors, yellow ochre and the burnt sienna. And these 4 colors are like a massage to the eye. They are amazing together. They are analogous colors, really beautiful. And they go really well with the whites, the black, and the phthalo blue. And little tip here, I use phthalo blue to cool all of those very, very warm colors. Now my second tip was, after I painted my canvas, everything was very orange and very red, and I'm like, oh my goodness, it's just too bright. So I transferred my image using white transfer paper, and then I started to negative paint around the image of the tiger. And when I'm saying negative painting, I was actually glazing. So I was glazing with yellow ochre, the fresh tint, some white, and I wasn't using that much water, but I was using a bit of gel medium. Now gel medium is white, it looks like Elmer's glue, but when it dries it's transparent and it suspends the pigments in this glazing area. That is how I was able to push some of the lighter colors or muted colors into the background and still retain the vibrancy in the background. So those are just my artist tips with 2 colors that I highly recommend, the Fresh Tint and the Venetian Red, and of course using some gel medium. So enough about painting. Let's go to how the tiger got into the Chinese zodiac. Back in ancient times, there was no zodiac and no order. And the Jade Emperor, and he's the emperor of the heavens, not the heaven as Western religious thinking goes, but the heavens. The Jade Emperor wanted to devise a way to calculate time. And so he sent an immortal to the human world to spread the news that there would be a great race of the animal world, and the race would determine the order and the rank of animals in his imperial time measurements. The race to the imperial court began, and it ended with the rat finishing first through a little bit of trickery, the diligent ox second, and then, well, and this is where the story kind of deviates. Some stories say it was the lion and others say it was the tiger. So let's just say, for the purpose of establishing the importance of the tiger in the Chinese zodiac, that it was the lion that arrived third. And of course he was followed by 9 other animals. Over time, as legend has it, The lion and two other animals became wild and violent and caused all kinds of difficulties in the land of the humans. The Jade Emperor was not happy with the lion, and he sent his most valorous court guardian, the tiger, to resolve the difficulties. The tiger bowed and then bounded to earth to meet the challenges. He individually fought and overcame all three of the animals, and only then did he return to the Jade Emperor, whereupon the Jade Emperor inscribed 3 horizontal bars on the tiger's forehead. Soon after, more disturbances on Earth caused by frictions and turmoils by a sea creature resulted in the Jade Emperor once again asking the guardian tiger to go to Earth to resolve the issue. Again, the tiger returned to the Jade Emperor when peace had been restored. And again, the Jade Emperor wrote on the tiger's head. But this time he drew a vertical line. The 3 horizontal lines, meaning sky, people, earth, are now connected by the vertical line of uprightness, giving the title of king, and with the vertical line, proclaiming the tiger's authority to mediate between heaven and earth. And also with the lion vanquished, the tiger was awarded the lion's position in the zodiac, and the tiger today in Asian philosophy is the king of all the beasts. So guys, you now know the place of the tiger in the 12 animal zodiac. But why do we refer to 2022 as the year of the black tiger? Well, the Chinese calendar is ancient, and to answer this question, we will have to go back to look at some oracle bones that were discovered from the Shang Dynasty. And the Shang Dynasty ruled from 1700 BC to 1046 BC. These unearthed bones show a historical record of the time, as well as feng shui and divinations, and these are some of the earliest records of the Chinese calendar. Now, the Chinese calendar is unique on many levels, and I think one of the most unique ways is that the Western calendar gives each year a numeric value. For example, 2021, 2022, 2023. While the Chinese calendar gives a descriptive value. Black water tiger, and last year was the white metal ox. This description is based off of 2 coexisting measurements of time called the 10 heavenly stems and the 12 earthly branches. And let me explain about those. The 10 heavenly stems were originally the 10 days of the Shang week, which is no longer in existence, and the 12 earthly branches were a similar cycle of 12 days. Well, since the Shang Dynasty is no longer in existence, changes have occurred, and since then the 10 heavenly stems have acquired the 5 elements. That is metal, water, wood, fire, and earth in that order, and each of these elements has a yin or a yang energy. So that means there are 10 possibilities, 10 stems. Meanwhile, the zodiac animals, in their ranked order, have been assigned to each of the 12 earthly branches. And finally, when you consider that the 5 elements have an assigned color, for example, there's white, black, green, red, and yellow respectively, you can start to understand that 2022 is the year of the blackwater tiger because the Chinese zodiac system uses the name of the element and the zodiac animal to name the year.